Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Paige and this is my open book. In today's video, we're going to be doing a read it or unhaul it Kindle edition. So grab a drink and grab a snack and let's dive into the almost 100 samples I have in my Kindle library. Yeah, that's correct. I have downloaded 99 samples on Kindle and I didn't even realize I had that many. What I was trying to do, see, there was a method to my madness, okay? I watch a lot of BookTube, okay? I see a lot of recommendations on Fable and Goodreads and all the places, right? Pinterest, Instagram, I could go on. There's so many books that I want to read and I just keep hearing about new ones and my wish list and my TBRs are getting a little long, okay? So I thought, okay, how about instead of adding a book to my TBR straight away just because one person said it was good, I should download a sample, because I kind of forget you could do that on Amazon or Kindle. You can download a sample of literally like any ebook to make sure that you like it before you purchase it, or even if it's on Kindle Unlimited, you can still download a sample for free. And it just gives you like the first couple chapters usually. Well, that's not the end all be all, right? Like obviously in the first couple of chapters, sometimes books are slow to start, you know, sometimes they get better as they go. But I feel like I can at least know in the first few chapters whether or not I'm gonna like the author's writing style, and that's usually half the battle. Because most of the time I'm adding it to my TBR because I love the concept, I love the idea, I love the plot, or the, you know, the synopsis, whatever it may be. But it's the writing style, you know, is the execution gonna be good? And sometimes the first few chapters, you know. So this was supposed to help me rule out how many books I was adding to my wish list, but now I have too many samples. Why am I like this? I couldn't tell you. You have to ask my therapist. All jokes aside, I guess I'll just do like a random number generator or something, because we're not going to go through all 99. That's insane. And you guys would not, well, I shouldn't judge. Maybe you would want to hear all that. I don't know. If you want a part 2, let me know. There's definitely plenty of samples where we could do this again. But I'll pick like 5 to 10. We'll just see how long it's taking us to get through them. And we're just gonna read the first couple chapters of some books together to decide, am I gonna keep it on my TBR or am I gonna get rid of it? There's a mix on here. There are some fantasy, some romance, some like random genres mixed in, some YA, some adults. I think I even have like a mystery or thriller probably thrown in there. Who knows? Okay, first up, I got my random number generator here. 28. Okay, number 28 is a hockey romance. A male-male hockey romance to be exact. Can we guess why I am interested? No, this is actually one that I did have on my TBR for a long time. I believe I saw Books with Samantha recommend this series a while ago. I heard about like the spin-off series recently. So technically number 28 is Power Plays and Straight A's by Eden Finley and Saxon James. But this is a spin-off of the original series, so I might just do both because they're kind of next to each other anyway. So I also have Egotistical Puck Boy, which is also by them. So that's one's been on my TBR probably the longest. I've had this on my TBR forever. If people have been trying to find other male-male hockey romances that compare to Heated Rivalry, will anything compare to Shade and Ilya? Probably not. But I have read some other great male-male hockey romances, so I know it's possible. I know it's possible. So let's just go with Egotistical Puck Boy first. What is the synopsis of this one? Ezra, partying, dudes, and hockey. What more could a gay NHL player want? Okay, fair enough. So yeah, I think this one is the professional hockey, and then I think the other series, the Power Plays one, I think that one is college, if I'm not mistaken. If it weren't for Antone Hayes, my life would be perfect. Not that he affects my life in any way at all. That would imply I care what the winger from Philly thinks of me, which I don't. Not even a one-night stand with him can thaw his misplaced animosity towards me. Oh, it's also giving enemies to lovers. Okay. He says I'm the one with the ego, but he can talk. He rivals me for most egotistical puck boy in the league. I hate him as much as he hates me. Even if I crave a repeat. Antone, when it comes to hockey, I'm all about the game. I've worked for years to be one of the best in the league, and I've done it without splashing my orientation all over the tabloids. My hockey image is one I've carefully cultivated, and after one night with Ezra, I risk it all. He's cocky, obnoxious, and has an ego bigger than Massachusetts, and okay, maybe he's the sexiest man I've ever known. we'll never get along. Not when we sleep together. Not even when my possessive streak awakens. That doesn't stop us from falling into bed together over and over again. So yeah, this is definitely giving the same dynamic as heated rivalry. Okay, let's see. Spencer off and Ezra's point of view. It sounds like he's kind of like the playboy of the two, maybe. He was the one that talked about partying, and I think he might be Russian. I'm not sure though. Your lifelong dream disappearing in front of your eyes isn't supposed to happen so quickly. 3 20-minute periods have never felt so short. Ooh. See, it's also hard because on my February TBR, I have the Heated Rivalry series Game Changers on my February TBR. So I feel like I know I'm gonna be reading those. So even if I decide to keep this, it's gonna be a while before I read it. Like maybe March, if I can even get through the whole Game Changer series in the month of February. Probably not. Honestly. Oh, Havoc. Sorry, my cat is messing with my tripod right now. Okay, anyway. I'm actually really liking the writing though. Like I said, I've heard great things about these two authors writing together for this hockey series. I feel like I am gonna be in the mood for this at some point because of Heated Rivalry, let's be real. Okay, let me switch to the college one. Power Plays and Straight A's. Because I've heard these are not as good, but I think that's just because people don't usually like younger demographic. Okay, what is the premise of this one? Look out for Zach and don't hit on him. My brother's request sounds easy enough. Keep an eye out for his best friend on campus and keep my hands to myself. Easy. Even if Zach is a quintessential nerd, who I've always thought was cute, I don't have the time to think with my stick. There's only one stick I should be focused on this year, and that's my hockey stick. My goal once I graduate is to get an NHL contract. Last thing I need is a distraction. And then it switches to Zach's point of view. People confuse me, and no one more than Foster Grant. Isn't that an eyeglass brand? Weird name. I've barely spoken 2 words to him in the whole time I've known him, but the second I step foot on campus, he's impossible to shake. I can never anticipate his next move. Okay, wait. I kind of like the fact he's a virgin. I kind of like that he's the nerd. So it's like the nerd and the hockey player. I kind of like that dynamic. This one definitely seems like the humor is going to be more amped up. As soon as I walk through the front door of my childhood home, I'm being yelled at. It lives. Welcome home. I throw my brother a middle finger while I dump a bag of laundry. Okay. I'm wondering if this guy's brother is in the first series and like that's where the spinoff comes into play. Yeah. I feel like this one is just more like focused on the humor probably. I don't know. It's interesting because I feel like most authors would start with a college and then work their way into professional, kind of like what Elle Kennedy did. But this one seems to be doing the opposite. So I feel like it will be weird to go from the first series, which is like more adult, to go into the newer series, which is the college one. That might be weird. So I can see why people probably don't like the college one as much. But I'm definitely keeping Egotistical Puck Boy, which is book 1 in the Puck Boys series. I'm definitely keeping that on my TPR because I'm totally into it right now. Okay, so far so good. Let's pick another. I feel like we're only gonna have time for 5, although that was kind of a 2 for 1. All right, let's do another number. 38. Okay, so I'll just do 10 away from that one. And ooh, okay, we got a fantasy. When the Tides Held the Moon by Vanessa Vita Kelly. Ooh, I love that cover. Okay, don't remember anything about this book. Let's see what the synopsis says. Okay, oh, it has a 4.2 rating on Goodreads. It's on Kindle Unlimited. The Shape of Water meets The Greatest Showman in this beautifully illustrated queer, okay, wait. Historical illustrated, oh my god. I'm so sorry. Havoc, can you please? I'm filming. Okay, I'm just gonna hold you steady, hopefully. Where was I? Illustrated queer historical cozy fantasy. Stop. As a young Puerto Rican immigrant goes through a journey of love and self-discovery after capturing a merman for a Coney Island sideshow act in the turn of the 20th century New York. Whoa! Okay, this is giving me so much already, just in the synopsis. Dude. So this, I didn't even know this was illustrated. I'm so sorry. You know how cats are, they do whatever they want. Queer, historical, cozy, fantasy. Puerto Rican immigrant. Journey of love and self-discovery after capturing a merman for a Coney Island sideshow act. Wait, I kind of love that. So it says, Benny knows an orphaned Boricua blacksmith in 1910's New York City can't call himself an artist, but the ironwork tank he creates for famed Coney Island playground Luna Park astounds everyone. Okay, the tank that he built is a cage for the newest exhibit, a living, breathing, in-the-flesh merman stolen from the banks of the East River under a gleaming full moon. The merman is more than a mythic marvel, though. Benny comes to know Rio as a clever philosopher, an observant traveler, and a kindred spirit more beautiful and compassionate than any human he's ever met. Wait, this actually sounds so beautiful. Okay, I hope the writing is good because this is amazing. I don't even remember hearing about what it's about. I think it was probably just based on the cover. On the night I lose my memories, I learn the sky can mimic metal. The hurricane is a dark blue-green-gray, a storm of oxidized pewter, and my ears can hardly stand the noise. Yeah, I already love like the culture, the history, the kind of like mythical side story. Here's one of the illustrations. Oh my god, I have to have this. How is... I can't believe this is on Kindle Unlimited. Wait, I kind of want to download this like right now. That's crazy. I can't believe this has just been hiding in my Kindle this whole time. I want to read that like right now. You know, doing this at the beginning of the month might not have been my smartest move because now I have to wait until March. It's fine. I can mood read. I don't have to go with what's on my TBR for the month, you know? It's fine. Oh, and there's an audiobook. And that's the cool thing about getting books on Kindle Unlimited is then the audiobook through Audible is so much cheaper. So like I can get the audio for $5. That's pretty good. Okay, wait, I'm excited. All right, we've got 70. Oh Lord, I'm just gonna go from the bottom then. Ooh, okay. This is something from Kat Singleton's backlist that I didn't know existed. It's called Founded on Goodbye. And I think it's a rock star romance. Yep, mixtape series, book 1. So I love rockstar romance, and I have read a couple things by Kat Singleton. I loved the, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna remember what it's called right now. Rewrite Our Story. I loved that one, but the other books in that series didn't really compare in my opinion. And then I read one of the books in her Billionaire series, which was good, but it was mostly just like a smutty good time, you know. But this one seems more like emotional, angsty, new adult rock star, which I think could be my vibe. But again, I wanted to download the sample because you just never know. Because she's kind of been a hit or miss author for me. All right, let's read the synopsis. His songs were better when he had a broken heart. The sentence would change my life after my dream job was dished to me on a shiny silver platter. All I had to do, hurt Nash Pierce enough to get him writing good music again. Wait, I love that setup actually. The pop icon songs were no longer the phenomena they used to be. His team needed another breakthrough album like the first he'd penned, using his heartbreak as fuel. The plan was simple. I would go on tour with him as a backup dancer and make him fall in love with me. I was hired to inspire, to become embedded into every lyric he wrote. Then I was to set fire to it all, to destroy every feeling we hoped he'd develop for me. It sounded simple enough. Easy even. I didn't expect to be consumed myself, to see so much in the man displayed in the tabloids. I didn't foresee falling for him. It didn't occur to me that while attempting to break his heart, I might just shatter my own. Most of all, I never thought I'd fight so hard to hold on to a relationship that had always been founded on goodbye. Wait, that sounds really good actually. Okay, let's read the sample and see if I like the writing. It's another one on Kindle Unlimited, by the way. Okay, so it starts with an epigraph, which is a quote from Henry David Thoreau. Rather than love, than money, than fame, give me truth. Ooh, okay. So it basically starts with her asking, why me? The silence causes me to take a long, nervous pull from my straw, and I swish the water around in my mouth before swallowing. Oh, okay. That's a weird sentence to have right at the beginning, but okay. Okay, so our FMC is a dancer, obviously. She's gonna be the backup dancer. The agent says, you have a large following on Instagram. It seems people gravitate towards your life. That's exactly what I need. I need people to give a damn about you. So from the female's point of view, she says, I think about my followers. I've amassed over 100,000 of them. My following has started to grow after a news company featured my senior showcase on the air, a contemporary number that set the small town I lived in ablaze. I try not to think of that showcase or the reason why they featured me. Ooh, okay. I kind of like this little bit of a mystery of like what happened in her past and why she kind of like has such a following. You're literally hiring me to break his heart. Okay, she's a small town girl trying to make it big in LA. Heartbreak sells. The writing isn't anything like extraordinary, okay? But the setup is just too good. Like, I just want to know what's gonna happen. Okay, clearly I know my taste. Everything has been a keeper so far. That's gonna make this very difficult to narrow down the list, but here we are. Okay, Never the Roses by Jennifer K. Lambert. I think this is one I saw at Barnes & Noble. Let's see. I think this is like a YA fantasy romantasy situation. Unstoppable war, unspeakable sins, impossible love. Epic and deeply emotional romantic fantasy debut by Jennifer K. Lambert. Okay. The dread sorceress Onira has retired. She's exhausted from fighting the endless wars of kings and queens, and has long accepted that her death is near. Alone at least... I can't read, apparently. Alone at last, but for a few uninvited companions, a near mythical wolf, a goddess's avatar, and a feline that embodies magic itself, Onira realizes that she's bored. On a whim, or perhaps at the behest of fate, she makes an unlikely trip to the most extensive library, the home of her most powerful rival, the sorcerer Styranos. By recklessly stealing a book from him, Onira inadvertently initiates a forbidden correspondence. Taunting notes and clever retorts reveal a connection neither has found, nor could ever find in any other. But Onira soon learns that Styranos, bound to a vile king, is tasked with waging war on the queen she once served. Her relationship with him is far too dangerous. She can't seem to stay away. A bond could alight the long extinct flame of life within her, or it could destroy her entirely. I feel like this isn't really giving me anything. I guess it's like enemies to lovers, right? It's kind of giving divine rivals in the sense of like, she steals the book from him, but then it initiates some kind of like forbidden correspondence, so they start communicating via notes. So it's kind of reminding me of Divine Rivals a little bit, but probably with more like magic and fantasy in it. I can't tell if this is YA or not. I don't know, this one's hard because like this is one where it would have a slow start. I believe it's going to be a series, so this one probably is going to have a lot of world building and a lot of setup to their connection, and that's about it. Although the fact that she like teams up with her friends is kind of giving like Wicked or like Wizard of Oz to me a little bit, because she's with like a wolf, an avatar, and a feline. So it's kind of like, to me, it's giving Scarecrow, Tin Man, and Cowardly Lion. I don't know why. And she's kind of talking about how she's like set herself up on this like mountain somewhere. She's a sorceress that is retired. So it's giving like Wicked Witch of the West meets Dorothy in like one character. I don't know if that is making any sense at all. I don't know. It definitely could be good. I think I'm like, it's not a bad setup, but this one just isn't gripping me for some reason. So I think I'm just gonna delete the sample and not add it to my TBR. See, it's hard when you find something that's kind of unique because you're like, wait, could this be like a hidden gem? You know, like you truly never know. When I look at how many things are on my wish list, it's just so overwhelming that I need to start being more critical. So I think I'm just gonna remove this one. Let's do one more. I think that'll be 5. I don't know. Ooh, number 3. That is very up high on the list. Number 3 is Love Me, Stalk Me by Laura Bishop. The range. The range is crazy. Okay, this is a dark romance, obviously. It's giving dark rom-com. I do typically enjoy a stalker romance when it comes to dark romance. Books. Okay, fiction, people. For fans of Lights Out and You, comes the dark rom-com debut about a woman who confides her fantasies to an AI boyfriend app, unaware she's really talking to her hot tattooed co-worker that hacked her phone. Okay, yeah. I'm already eating it up. Okay. When overworked department store manager Izzy Russo downloads an AI boyfriend app to fill the emotional void left by her inattentive real one. Wait, so is this cheating? She thinks she's just venting to a harmless chatbot named Caleb. In reality, she's pouring her deepest, dirtiest fantasies into the ear of Callahan Knight, her store's brooding new head of security. Stop! Because Cal, he's been listening. The moment he saw Izzy, he knew she was his. Did he hack her phone? Absolutely. But who could blame him? A woman like Izzy deserves to be cherished by someone who truly knows her worth, and he'll do anything to be that man. So when Izzy finally sees her boyfriend for who he really is and the danger she's unknowingly been caught up in, Cal is ready to protect her no matter the cost, even if it means revealing the truth. She may not have meant to build the perfect man, but he's here now and he's never letting her go. You guys, tell me that isn't giving like everything we want in a dark romance. Okay, it's definitely giving Lights Out. I love. I wonder if this one has an audiobook too. Okay. Okay, right off the bat, I'm already enjoying the fact that the chapters have titles. The first one, he's serving trauma with a side salad. Wait, that's actually really cute. I need to read this. I need to read this immediately. Please tell me it's on Kindle Unlimited. No. Okay, I can see why I downloaded the sample. I'm like, why didn't I just read this immediately? It's $10 for the Kindle, or for the ebook. $10 for the ebook is crazy, but I kind of want to do it. I'm not gonna do it, I'm just thinking about it. Okay, wait. I feel like if there's an audiobook that might be more worth the money. Let me see if I can find it on my phone. It's gotta have an audiobook, right? Like, especially if it's comparing itself to Lights Out. It is on Audible. Oh my god, the audiobook is $23. Stop. Ooh, the narrators are CJ Bloom and Sebastian York. You guys, I kind of want to spend them $10 to buy the ebook. I'm not supposed to be buying books right now, but like, it doesn't count if it's not going on my shelves, right? Right? I really want to read this. Like, I want nothing more in this moment. We're gonna do it. It's done. It doesn't take much to convince me. The dedication of this book, it says, for your vibrator. This book might edge you for 400 pages, but you're the real MVP who finishes the job. Love it. Oh, there's a playlist. Feather by Sabrina Carpenter's second song. It's a good sign. Okay, this is giving fun. I think I need something like this. Okay, well that was fun. I hope you had a good time, because I had a great time. Let me know if you guys want to do this again. I'm totally down. As you can see, we have plenty to work with. So give this video a like, leave a comment down below. Be sure to subscribe so you can see when I do this again. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.